In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to use the Forex Trendline strategy. Even as a beginner, this strategy works most of the time, especially when you follow it with discipline. So let's get started. So this is XAUUSD, that is gold. Currently, we are on the 15 minutes time frame. So let's move to the weekly time frame. When you come to the weekly time frame, you notice that it's just an uptrend. So there's no clear lower low and there's no clear higher low, higher high here. So let's come down to the 1 day time frame. So when you come down to this 1 day time frame, there's a clearer higher low, higher high here. So what I'm going to do now is you draw your trend line. Now, when you draw this trend line, the goal is to make sure that this trend line touches at least 2 to 3 points. So that is the goal. It touches at least 2 to 3 points. So it touches here. It touches here. Let me adjust this thing. Alright. It touches here. This point. It touches this point. Then it also touches this point. Right? So what I'm expecting these candles to do now is this. We're expecting it to come down to this point. Then it will now come up, start going up. I see. So expecting it to come down to this trend line, then start going up. So that's what exactly we're expecting, but not on this time frame. Not on this time frame. So even if that happens, we will not enter because this is not our time frame. So now we're going to. So the goal of knowing the trend line of the higher time frame is to know the direction, not the entry, just the direction. So now our focus now is an uptrend, right? Our focus is more of an uptrend than. So when you are drawing a trend line, your focus should be here and here, more than here and here, because in an uptrend you only do more of buying, right? Now after we have drawn this trend line, now the next thing we're going to do is to come down to the lower time frame. Now this is daily time frame, so you come down to 4-hour time frame now. So the daily time frame, look at the daily time frame now, is an uptrend. I see that the daily time frame is an uptrend. So this trend line just shows us, we use the trend line on the higher time frame to know the trend. So this trend line can easily tell us that, okay, this is an uptrend. How do we know? Because of the trend line. So we can easily know that this is an uptrend because the trend line is facing up. Now coming to this 4-hour time frame, you can see that this 4-hour time frame is a downtrend. Now the downtrend is about to finish. Are you seeing it now? It's a downtrend. So you touch this tip here, also touch this tip here. So I touch this tip here and also touch this tip here. I only touch what had happened. Are you seeing? I only touch what had happened. So something happened. The tip, this is the tip, this is the tip. I will not touch here. I will not touch here because this and this are just happening. But this one and this one that had happened, they are stronger based on my experience. Now, that is, so here you do more of selling here, right? Here you do more of selling. If you come to this one now, this is the, so here, let me change this thing to white. You buy at this point, right? You buy at this point, then you also buy at this point. Now, if these candles can come and touch this trend line here, what are you going to do? You also buy. So it's facing up. So now coming to the 4-hour time frame now. 4-hour time frame, you do more of selling, right? So you sell now. You sell at this point, right? Then you sell at this point, right? Then what is happening now is that it's going to come and touch this trend line, right? It will touch this trend line. So it's going to come down, touch this trend line, then you do what? You buy. Why are you buying? Because the higher time frame is saying buy. So you now buy. Right? All right. So we have seen this one here. So you draw the second one. The second one is facing down. Are you seeing it now? It's facing down. So we are touching the highest. So the lower high, the lower high, the lower low, the lower low. So once it touches here, it becomes a buy for the daily time frame. Now we'll come down again to the 1 hour time frame. So the 4 hour time frame is a sell, right? It's a bearish trend. The daily time frame is a bullish trend. So now you see this 1 hour time frame. Now 1 hour time frame is just a risky trend. I see this kind of trend. I don't like this kind of trend. If you look at the 4 hour time frame, look at the 4 hour time frame now. Just look at it. It came down. Just look at the 4 hour time frame. It came down, right? It came down. Then it went up. I seen it. Then it came down. I seen the clear move. This one is clear. Then it went up. Right? Currently, it is doing what? Coming down. Right? It's coming down. So this 4 hour time frame trend line is already clear. But this 1 hour time frame is not up, down, up, down. It's just ranging. Are you seeing? It's not facing up. It's not facing down. Let me show you this 1 hour, 1 day time frame. Look at this 1 day time frame now. 1 day time frame is just facing up. Are you seeing? 4 hour time frame is facing what? Down. Coming to this 1 hour time frame now, it's not facing up, it's not facing down. Let's draw it. It's not facing up, it's not facing down. So you can see what is happening. In fact, the trend is not clear yet. It's not yet clear on this 4 hour time frame. But that will not stop us from still drawing our trend line. So what I'm going to do is just connect it at the tip here. Then connect it at the tip here. So what you can say here is that the 1 hour time frame is ranging. Connect it at the tip here. So yeah, you do both selling and buying. But it's not clear. The entry here is not clear. So if you are trading this kind of time frame, it's not clear. All right. You can see how I touch this side, then touch this side. So look at what happened here. This is what they call double touch, right? If you remember that strategy, double touch. It touches here, then it touches here. So if it come and touch here, then there's a high chance that this thing can go up again. Are you seeing? Look at what happened here. Let me show you what happened. These candles came down here, touch here, right? That is the first touch. That's the first touch. Then it came up here, right? Then now came down again and still touch here again. That is what? Second touch, which is double touch. Now it's going up, right? It's going up and it have touched up here. Then it's coming here now. If it touches here now, right? If it touches here now, what are you going to do? You are going to most likely want to buy, right? Do you know why? Because it has already touched here. It has already touched here, right? Went up, then came down, touch again the second time, went up, then came down. So it's coming down gradually. Once it just come down to this trend line now, it's going to go up. Let me cancel them. So you can see how the trend line is giving us information about the chart. That's why I like this trend line strategy. It gives us information about the chart. So currently, you can see that currently gold is on a downtrend currently, right? But let's come lower again. So in this 4 hour time frame, gold is not, it's just more of like a little bit of downtrend. In this 1 hour time frame, it's a little bit of downtrend. But if you come to the 4 hour time frame, it's a serious downtrend. It's more of like a serious downtrend, uptrend, down, up, right? But in the 4 hour time frame, it's a downtrend. In the 1 hour time frame, it's a little bit of downtrend, a little bit of a ranging market. But you can still buy and sell here, right? Now let's come down. You can see that it's facing down a little. Let's come down to the 30 minutes time frame. This is the 30 minutes time frame now. Now if you look at something here now, earlier gold was a downtrend. In the 30 minutes time frame, gold was a downtrend. Touch this tip and also touch this tip. Now you can see that earlier gold was a downtrend. Touch this tip. Then touch this tip. All right. So you can see that gold was a downtrend here. Let me drag this thing more. Gold was a downtrend here. So you do more of what? Selling. So you do more of selling here. So you sell here, right? You sell there, then you came and touch here again. You sell there, right? Now it came and touch here, which you would have sold, but your stop loss, your take profit need to be tight in that area now. So there's a change in the trend. So it changed from a downtrend and just went up. I see what happened. It was normally a downtrend though. You can see it was normally a downtrend like this. It was just a downtrend. Then suddenly it went up, right? Then came and touched. I see what happened. Suddenly it went up, came and touched this 1 hour trend line. So it touched the 1 hour trend line, and what happened? It formed a range. As it touched that 1 hour time frame, it formed a range. It wasn't going up, it wasn't going down. Then it now went down. I see. So that is why I get information from the lower time frame and the higher time frame, especially from the higher time frame. So if that you were trading, let's say you were trading this time frame now, this downtrend is a 15 minutes downtrend. This downtrend now is a 15 minutes downtrend, right? But on the 30 minutes is a pullback, right? This is a pullback on the 30 minutes. Sorry, this is a bounce on the 30 minutes. So it will come down here and bounce here and start going up, right? Start going up. So if I'm selling on this area, like as it's going down, I'm selling. I will stop selling when it's getting closer to my 30 minutes trend line. Can you see how the higher time frame is giving me information of when to stop selling? So once I'm close to this trend line now, right, I'll wait for a buy sign, right? I'll wait for a buy. Then I start going for a buy from here. start going for a buy from here. Now it's facing down. Yeah, it's facing down. Yeah. So we are going to wait for it to come down, right? Once it comes down and touches that trend line, what are we going to do? We are going to buy after seeing a confirmation. Buy, then take our profit around here. Are you seeing it now? So what I'm going to be expecting here is to wait for it to touch that trend line. Once it touches it and gives us a confirmation, we'll do what? We'll go long. We'll go long around here. Take profit around here. Are you seeing it? Then our stop loss should be around here. So we'll go long around here. You can see how it is. Our stop loss is going to be, let me show you this line now. Our stop loss, you can see this particular area now. So our stop loss need to be under this area. Right? Let me bring this thing up a little. Our stop loss need to be on here, under this area. Then let me drag it. Then our take profit needs to be in this zone, right? You can see this ranging market. That is how our take profit will be. Let me delete this now. So you can see what we are doing now is risk to reward of 1 is to 2.87, right? So this is probability. This is probability that is going to come down, then start going up after I've seen my confirmation, right? So now let's come down again. So I normally trade on the 15 minutes time frame or 30 minutes time frame. So let's come down to the 15 minutes time frame. If you look at this 15 minutes time frame now, you will see that this is already, you cannot enter this trade as it's looking like this. You have to wait for it to now become an uptrend, right? And again, another thing that will give us more assurance that like more probability that we can buy here. Do you know why I will be more sure that we should buy here? Like my probability will be high for me to, when this thing touches here, I will now buy and take my profit up here. Another thing that gave me more probability is this double touch that happened here. You can see this first touch here, right? That is the first touch. You can see the second touch here. That is the second touch here. So this is the first touch, this is the second touch, and it went up. So this touch here now is more likely going to be respected, right? It's more likely going to be respected. So this is the first touch, second touch, it went up, and it's going to be a third touch, right? So it can still break it too. It can still break it. So if it breaks it, then you will go what? Short. You will go short. Put or take profit around this trend line here, right? Let me see. You put or take profit around that trend line. Okay. Put or take profit around that trend line there. Put or stop loss somewhere here, right? When it breaks the zone, you can bring it down a little, because there's high chance that you can still break it and it is going to be a fake breakout, right? So let's just put it maybe something like this now. Then it's going to be what? Maybe bring it down a little. Something like this is better. That is risk to reward of 1 is to 3.44. So you can see this how I normally used to draw my trend line. So you can notice that whenever price comes to these trend lines, what happens? It respects it, right? You can see that price normally comes to these trend lines, it will respect it, to touch here, it will come down, touch here, come up here, touch here, come down, touch here, come up here, touch here, come down here, touch down here, come up here, touch here, then it behaves as if it wanted to go down. I see what happened here. It behaved as if it wanted to go down. Then what happened? It now went up and broke this our trend line. After breaking the trend line, what happened again? It now went down again, and it did not touch our normal trend line. It touched another trend line, a different trend line, and that trend line that it touched was, this is the trend line that it touched. This trend line, I say it was this trend line that it touched, and this trend line is actually our 30 minutes trend line that it touched. And once it touched that 30 minutes trend line, what happened? It went up. It went up. It went up to the 30 minutes and resistance trend line. Then what happened? It now formed a range. Right? Now what is going to happen now? It's going to most likely come and touch this 30 minutes trend line, right? And still go up again. Go up again. So what I'm going to do is to wait for it to touch, then wait for a confirmation, then before I will buy. So that is how to draw the trend line. If you want to learn forex trading from a beginner level to a pro level, my advice for you is use the link in the description of this video, and I will see you in the next video.